Hello, everyone. Today is about serendipity. Hello, my name is Arnaud St. Paul, and I'm here today to talk about serendipity and how, as an entrepreneur, we can maybe not count on them, but at the very least count them and enjoy them as much as we can. So let's see what it means and how we can look at it from a different angle. So first and foremost, let's see, I have lost my Zoom window and hopefully it will happen. Here we go. So the serendipity, let's see, now we're ready to go. The serendipity, here's the WHOS session. My name is Arnaud St. Paul, and we're going to go through this special moments when everything seems to happen instantaneously at the same time. It looks like a miracle of some sort where you are not expecting that, but poof, the right person calls at the right time and they bring a gift of some sort. And these moments are moments of alignment. And we're going to explore that further and see how we can potentially even repeat that, right, throughout our experience. So what is WHOS to start with? So the weekly Harmony online session is about helping you to change your world every week. And it's guided by my 30 years research that led to what I call the Heartful Method, which is a method that I help leaders with to help them, how would I put it, really envision what they have inside them and get into more coherence and alignment with themselves. So each week we'll revisit a core concept of our reality. And the whole purpose is to let go of old patterns where we feel stuck and get into a more symphonic aspect of ourselves, get into more harmony, into more coherence, into more serenity, and a lot more things, so that the actual enactment and manifestation of your vision becomes easier and easier. So join us now. If you can scan this QR code and subscribe here, and once we have finished this session in the next 20 minutes, you will be able to participate to a live Q&A where we can continue having this discussion or explore a theme or a topic you had in mind. Okay, so I look forward to talking to you in a few minutes. So let's dive deeper into serendipity now. And as usual, every week we start with a poem that comes from our book, I is Born. And so here we go. So this poem is about serendipity. As I walks and discovers, plucking away the reminiscences of past dreams. Amidst the apparent chaos, an oasis appears as it seems. Surprising resonance, apparent miracle. This new image of you, I, shows what ought to be seen. Ultimate sound of perfection, conjured moment out of thin air, expressing a unique step to completion, a magical stride, pure and fair. Wondrous truth revealed, moment of utter harmony, until the next one concealed in the journey to your dream. So here we see I that is walking, making a new step every moment towards its dream. And on that journey, it will encounter moments, an oasis of clarity, of pure alignment that we call serendipity. So maybe these moments where it is a perfect resonance, right? Where everything is coming into play exactly at the right time, at the right moment, with the right dosage of gifts, of positivity, positive outcome. So that's what we call harmony. That's what we have, that glimpse that can be very ephemeral of that little thing that happened. And I'm sure you have many in your life. You may want to think about it for a second and what's the last one you had? Maybe it will bring you some surprise to think about, in the last 6 months or last year, how many you actually have had. I'm sure a lot. So we could have a little poll about that, but that's not the point. The point is, how do we get more harmony throughout the year? Because I'm sure you can agree with me that going from one moment of serendipity to another sounds like amazing. So what if I can actually repeat that? And a sure way to make that happen is to get into more and more alignment with ourselves, right? So what does that mean? Let's explore that. So again, if you want to go and dive deeper into more poems like these ones, you can go and purchase my book, I, that you can find on tapwhat.com/I. So a few truths, something that may surprise you, but what we call reality is first and foremost vibrational, it's energy. And then and only then, it is what we call matter and physical. And so that's what, quantum physics, the different Eastern philosophies have confirmed. So you may want to pause for a little while and understand, how does that impact your daily life? And we're going to go, deeper into that. But the bottom line is, everything, every thought, every emotion, every object, every event, every situation, every conversation, every color, every music, every light, every darkness, every past stories, every shadows, every visit from the plumber, everything is vibration all the time, which is quite interesting because it opens up a box, a huge box of possibilities that doesn't have any actual bottom, by the way, where every time you make a choice, you change your own vibration, and therefore the rest of the vibrations around you resonate with it. We'll get back to that. But so that has a huge impact on how I can see myself and how I can relate to myself and my reality. So let's dive deeper. A few truths. Reality exists because you observe it and define it. So in other words, whatever you feel or believe is going to be what you are going to see and experience in your reality. So all of a sudden, we've just turned your world upside down, right? Because all of a sudden, it happens that the point of origin of everything that I live all the time is me. It creates, therefore, a sense of responsibility at the same time, right? Because I am the one that is defining everything. Well, we don't have to jump to there yet, but, think about it, mull over it, because this is really a very, very deep point that affects absolutely everything you've been believing about yourself and the world around you until now. And it affects everything, absolutely everything. It is a key point that enables us to really get into a growth mindset and really start to make strides for ourselves and therefore for the world around us. And therefore, if I open myself to more moments of alignment, of serendipity, then it may happen. It may really happen. Another truth: trillions of vibrational realities are available at every single moment. You, whether on autopilot or consciously, select the perfect match for the next moment by moving your point of alignment. So in other words, again, By choosing consciously my thoughts, my emotions, my beliefs, automatically I shift my point of alignment, and therefore I come into match with a certain reality in this world of vibration that we were talking about earlier. So all of a sudden I become that beam of light that has found its spot, its perfect spot to be able to experience what it needs to experience in that moment. And what if it could be this moment of serendipity? So in other words, that means that so this Om sign means, the vibrational aspect of a vision, which could be a house or something else, doesn't matter. So if I feel it as a vibration inside me, which is in any case the case, right? It has the same reality as a physical object. It's the same vibration. It's just one is more tangible, so to speak, than the other one. So in other words, the more the enriched the vision I have and hold dear to, the more enriched will be the actual manifestation of that vision. The same way, the more enriched that vision inside me, the more occurrences of such serendipity. So in other words, serendipity is really little milestones on our path to our vision. And obviously, it feels random, it feels not expected, but it also feels I'm on the right path, right? So what does that mean? Point of alignment affects reality. So in other words, if to take the example of that vision, and in this case, the vision of the house, if I believe that I have in my vision a house, however, I also have another belief, which is I don't deserve a big house for whatever reason, because of self-worth or whatever, then these two beliefs will enter into competition together and conduct and construe the experience that I need, which is in this case, the manifestation of a small house. If it happens that my point of alignment is not hampered by a belief of I don't deserve a big house, although, in both cases, we had that vision of a big house, but in the first instance, we had also that belief of not deserving it. In this one, we don't have that belief. And then therefore, the manifestation will be a big house. So you can obviously apply that to any aspect of your life. For the sake of the illustration, we use the house here. So all that can happen because, according to quantum physics, everything is waves, right? So everything is vibration. Nothing is determined before it actually becomes a particle. What does make that happen? When does that wave becomes a particle? When there is an observer that decides there should be a specific state. So, and you see how if you observe how reality works, you have thoughts, emotions, physical, and as we go down from thoughts to emotions to physical, the vibration frequency goes lower, right? Thoughts feels a bit lighter, emotions a little bit deeper, physical is definitely tangible and material, right? So we can see that same process happening there as well. So you do have that power of choosing your thoughts, as long as you also at the same time let go of the beliefs that are generating these thoughts, right? And as you do that, your physical manifestation can become easier and easier. So again, from vibration to reality, if we do hold in our emotional body this idea of his vision, right, which is here drawn as a house. Well, in the mind body, I will have the same vision, and a feedback loop is automatically created between the two bodies, or the two aspects of myself. And as soon as that happens, then all of a sudden we have on the physical plane the same thing happening, right? So technically, I should have seen first the mental body and then the emotional body, but you get the idea here, right? So it is pure alignment. And the same thing happens with serendipity, where usually serendipity happens on topics that are not directly related to our vision, because we don't have resistance related to whatever is unfolding in that serendipity. And the same thing can apply to your own vision. As long as you don't have resistance, in other words, belief systems that go against that vision, therefore it may appear a lot faster than you expect. And that happens only in play, in presence, in love of your vision. That's when alignment manifests. Same thing with serendipity. It's always playful. Haven't you seen? I mean, when something happens, it's such a beautiful moment of breath air, of fresh air. And it always, bring a moment of love, and it's very playful most of the time, at least in my experience. I don't know yours. So and please share your serendipity moments in the chat or in the comments of this event. That would be amazing. We'd be happy to respond to them. So again, pure alignment, right? It's when all bodies are in unconditional alignment, where there is no resistance anywhere about whichever topic we look at. And it is about pure vibration. We have this sympathetic vibration between two tones. What we mean by that here is that you, fork A, resonate a specific vibration, and therefore fork B will resonate the same. So fork A being you, fork B being another person that will bring you the idea, or not the idea, but the actual outcome of your manifestation, of your vision. And therefore there's a match, and therefore it becomes a reality. So look at your life, look at every day as an opportunity to see, okay, if I am such vibration, what if I change this vibration or that vibration of myself, right? That belief or that thought. What happens? Play with it. Try it out, because you're going to be astonished by the results. And that should lead you to more experiences of serendipity and more fun in any case, and hopefully more love and presence. So I invite you now, if you want to participate to our Q&A, please, scan this QR code, subscribe to WHOS Free, and join us in the next few minutes to our Q&A, so that we can continue the conversation. And I hope that this moment about serendipity has been useful, and that it will help you to be closer to what you hold dear, and to help the people you want to help. Have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you next week.